Hi, I'm Chris,
I'm Tanya.
and we are Clutter Reduction Junk Removal back in another senior living facility apartment. We're gonna give you a quick little walkthrough and then we'll get started. So we have a few items in the kitchen here, a little bit of glassware, a couple of chemicals, which we normally don't take, but in these situations where they're already gone, we will black bag them and deal with them on our own time at the recycling center. We have a glass table, 4 chairs, a couch that separates into 3 pieces, a little wicker coffee table, a day bed, which has a pull out on the bottom. If you've never taken these apart, we'll show you guys later on. Pretty simple process. And table, chair, little tiny TV stand, little acrylic stand in the bedroom. We have a 6-drawer dresser, TV, a couple of small objects, 2 nightstands, and a headboard that connects them. Lamps. In the closet, we have a few clothing. We'll get these all donated. In this closet, a bag, a mirror, a couple of small objects. In the bathroom, always gotta check. We have a couple of things in the medicine cabinet, everything on the counters, everything here. These I actually don't normally take off. I leave these with the facility. And the only reason I don't mess with them, as though they're kind of easy to take apart, I don't want to mess with the toilet, which is technically an appliance. So I personally don't take them off unless given approval by the facility, and nobody has said anything to us yet. So in here we have some toiletries, adult diapers, extra linens, pretty straightforward. Again, we can donate all the clothing. Any of these that are still sealed up, we can donate, and we usually hang on to the wipes for our jobs for us. So pretty easy job we got. We just have a little bit of a walk. It will be a little more time consuming than normal just because of the bagging we have to do, but nothing that myself and Tanya can't get taken care of. And we have a nice view of the fountain, even though it's been raining off and on all day.
Yeah, the rain sucks.
Yep. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. We have our speed pack for all the small stuff so we can be a little bit efficient. We got our mattress bars with the dolly. We have a secondary dolly, and then we have our hand truck. And if we need to, I have extra speed packs in the truck ready to go from a job we did this morning. So we're gonna go ahead and start bagging. I like to break this down into a mixture of items. So Tanya's gonna start bagging up all the clothes, get those put off to the side, because we're gonna be stopping by a donation place afterwards. I will go through and start breaking down the bed, separating the couch, kind of hiding things in with other items, and I'll start getting things ready to go on the dollies and just kind of line them up by the door here, and we'll kind of just run the stuff out in a mixture. And I like to do that because the way we stack our truck is similar to a moving truck. So we don't have a dump trailer where we just go straight to the dump and drop everything off. We try to donate, and therefore we try to stack stuff appropriately. Like, I'm not just gonna chuck the glass into the truck and have it shatter. We'll put it up on the side and we'll strap it in. And in moving, you want to have your heavier stuff on the bottom as a base. You put your boxes and bags and more firm pieces of furniture in the middle, and then you put your lightweight miscellaneous stuff at top. And then we'll throw a tarp over to hold everything in place. But that is just what we like to do personally. So let's go ahead and get started. First trip, we have a mattress off the day bed, and the mattress bars along with a super heavy glass tabletop. Speed pack full of miscellaneous stuff, just utilizing it to the best of our abilities. A little cart of glassware here. And then we have the bathroom and the 2 closets in the hallway done. We'll grab this on the mattress bar next. So that's done, that's done. Bathroom is done. We're kind of moving at a semi-quick pace because we had to wait for like a half hour to get approval for this. So we're trying to get out of here instead of being here all night. So when we come back, we're gonna come back with a second speed pack, and we'll use that to put like the chairs and the miscellaneous stuff in, and the little accent tables. And then we'll put all the bags, whether donation or trash, into the other speed pack, run that down just to get everything kind of cleared out that's small. That way we can focus on the big stuff like the couch, the day bed, the dressers and nightstands, things like that. So the kitchen's pretty much empty for the most part. And now we get to go walk for 150 yards. Who's excited?
Not that excited.
You're supposed to say, I'm excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
Nope. Now I have to go walk 150 yards. Who's excited?
I'm excited.
Hell yeah. All right, quick little update. So we got all the dining room chairs, the extra black chair, the bathroom chair, a couple of small odds and ends in the first speed pack, much lighter. And then we have all the bags, much heavier. So this is all just the random bags, miscellaneous, toss some stuff on top, as long as we can still fit through doorways. Now this may look like it can't fit, but the good thing about speed packs is it's cardboard and you can squish it together to get it through a door. So when we come back, we're actually gonna run one more trip with the speed packs. We're gonna get that little other half, the thing you eat food on. We'll get the little acrylic table, cart, the koi fish thing, that thing over there. And then we're gonna put the boxes on the Costco cart that we got off of a job. And we'll put the nightstands on top of it. And then at some point, I have to get my moving bands to wrap the drawers so they don't pop out on us and cause damage. But we'll take that out with the hand truck. Everything else is gonna be dollies. So even the couches should break into 3 pieces. It's not a sleeper sofa, but they do mechanically pop out of place. And you can always tell if you lift this up and you can see the separation there. So still heavy, but it should break into 3 pieces. There you go. So we'll literally stick them on a dolly one at a time and just take them out that way, which is annoying because there's 3 trips and it's time consuming, but I'd rather have one giant couch, honestly. You don't have any stairs, makes it easy. All of this, once it's broken down, will fit on the mattress bars perfectly with no problem. And then we'll go ahead and grab the big mirror in the other room and that little headboard thing there. So that can all get done on one trip. So I will say we will be out of here, Tanya, in the next 45 minutes, permitting rain. The rain's causing slowness because normally we would just leave everything in the speed packs, but I don't want them to get wet and ruined, so we are not doing that. That's a nice ring, Tanya. Who got you that?
I wonder. Some guy in that.
Yeah, some guy you just moved across the country for. Yeah, whatever. All right.
Shout out CT.
Show us how it's done, Tanya. Get this really big box through that tiny little door.
It's not gonna fit.
It'll fit. As you hit the door frame. Don't hit any residents on the other side.
I'll try. Get out of the way, get out of the way.
Can I do this with one hand? Can I? Yes, I can. All right, out to the truck. Check out this thing. Look at that little birds. Here's a little. Tanya likes the one in purple. I like the little black and white spot ones. All right, next trip, we got all the other miscellaneous stuff in this speed pack. We got the 2 nightstands and the boxes on our Costco cart. Oh, let there be light. That's stuff set aside that we're gonna try to donate and get rid of in other ways. The day bed's ready to go in here, I just gotta take it apart. So right now we have all the miscellaneous stuff, except for a couple of lamps. So that's gonna stay over there for now. I don't want my speed packs to get wet. This is what we're gonna be using to transport the remaining small items like the cart and the lamps. We'll put these on dollies and take them out one at a time. And then that's pretty much it. I just have to get some moving bands for my dresser so the drawers don't pop out. We're gonna grab that right now. And I think we'll be out of here in a couple of more trips. So these are moving bands. Not all moving companies use these, but some do. They're a massive rubber band, a little bit stronger, and you use it to wrap blankets around furniture. Or in my case, for junk removal, I put it around dresser drawers to keep the drawers from popping out when I'm moving them. And they come in 4 different sizes, yellow, green, blue, and tan. And they all have their different stretchabilities. Kind of like a resistance band that you would use for, you know, like your glute exercises or for stretches. Same concept. And actually you could use these for exercise if you want to. But we use them for dressers and drawers. So if I have like a really big piece that's really wide, I might use the green or the blue or the red. If it's a little bit smaller, like a dresser or nightstand, we use yellow. It's a little tighter, fits around it perfectly. So I always keep a mixture of all these with me. And right now I'm bringing 2 yellow ones with me for the long dresser so the drawers don't pop out when I'm hand trucking it down the hallways. So you can buy these on Amazon. They're cheaper if you can get them in a moving supply store, but if you don't have one near you, Amazon, you can buy these in like packs of dozens, and they come in handy. I used to use them when I first transitioned into junk removal because I was still doing a lot of moving on the side, and they were a great tool to have. And then I stopped using them for a while for some reason. I switched back to tape. I don't remember why, but working with my 1099 who does moving reminded me about them, and I was like, oh, I forgot about these. So I'll show you how we use them on furniture. So as I mentioned in the car, we're going to use these, one for each side. If it had 3 sets of drawers, we would use 3 of them, common knowledge. So they're going to go around each one to hold in the drawers. So as I'm moving it with the hand truck, and let's say I make a quick turn, I don't have to worry about something like this drawer flinging out, and if it comes out all the way and bounces and hits a wall, or maybe it's a tight turn and they come out a little bit with the weight, I don't want it to hit anything and cause damage. So you're merely going to move this out. If it doesn't fall apart and I lift it, because I feel like it might fall apart. So I'm gonna stand it up all the way so it's standing up vertical, because I'm gonna grab it on the hand truck anyways, and I can just kind of feed this down. It very well just be better. It survived so far. So we got our band. Now remember, it's just a giant rubber band, which means it can break and it can hit you in the face. It does happen, it does hurt. It gives you like a little whiplash. Work your way on in. Doesn't have to be lined up perfectly. And now it's ready for me to grab the hand truck. Even though I'm on carpet, I don't want to take the hand truck and just shove it on the ground. So what you do is you push back on the piece ever so lightly, and it lifts it off the ground. Very simple. Slide this underneath, let it come back. Same thing you would do on the floor, and even more reason to do that, so that way you're not sliding a metal hand truck across the floor. And even more, when you do this, when you lift the piece back, with your foot on that axle, you can lift the hand truck up just ever so slightly so it's off the ground, slide it underneath until you're at the corner, then set it down. That way it never touches the floor. So if you have a sensitive floor or a hardwood floor where it's very easy to scuff stuff, that would be a time to do that. And then foot on the axle. I don't even need to grab this right now. I'll grab the dresser. I'm gonna pull back, lean into it, kick it out. I have control of the piece. You don't have to grab the hand truck. If you're going downstairs, at least one hand on the hand truck. Otherwise, you can grab a piece, and this is good if you need to come down low because you have a low clearance. You come down with a piece. You can control this, and then when you need to push it away from you, kick it with your foot. So I'm gonna come out the door. I'm gonna come down a little, because if I didn't come down, I would just hit the top of the door frame. Now I need to turn. Bring it upright, foot on the axle, spin it. Keep tension with my foot. I'll show you from this side, I have to turn. This is also called a skateboard technique too. So if you have, like, let's say a low hallway you need to feed through, or you need to get into an elevator and you don't have enough leverage to maybe come down really far for any reason, you can hold on to the piece, put your foot on the axle, allow it to come down low, and then just push off with your foot, hence the skateboard. You're keeping constant tension on the piece, and you're keeping it relatively low, and you're just pushing off. So, we've talked about this before, but like I mentioned a couple videos ago, repetition so you guys can remember the stuff over time with the little details. When you have recliners like this, when you have maybe a skinnier door, we're in a senior living facility, so they're going to always be a little wider for wheelchair accessibility, which is one of the reasons why I like senior living facilities. But in case you had a really skinny door, let's say 28-inch door, this is not going to go through. I don't know how many tape measures it is in the truck, but it's at least 30 to 32 inches. I can just look at it and tell you that. So that as is, if you just slap it on a dolly or on a hand truck, it's not going to go out the door. So what we do with them is we put them on the sides. You can do this with recliners, you can do this with sofa chairs, you can do it with the recliners where the backs don't come off, and even if they do, it's still not the thing to do. Grab the other side, go on the side, pick it up like so. That's why we kept the seat backs around. Now, this going out the door might fit. It's not super wide. It's shorter this way than it is width. But let's say, for example, this had feet on it that stuck out 4 inches, that had the triple screw on it. It was kind of a pain, and I didn't want to sit there and waste the time to take the legs off. What I could do is, when I approach the door, I could go out with this side first, and then I can hook it through and feed it out the other way, or vice versa, depending on the door. And you typically want to go you want the side to go out that's going to hook opposite of whatever side has blockage. So for example, we have a door that opens up inwards, and it's an open hallway. So it doesn't really matter which way we go out of. But let's say the door opened the other way, so it opened out. Well, now if I have an opening like this, and I have a door right here, and I have all this space on this side, when I put the recliner through, I'm going to want it to go this way because I have that space to hook it out. I'm not going to want to go this way, hit the door, and then have my tail end get stuck on the door frame. So we'll show you with this door here. So, I'm sorry, how would I get to the wall here? So, if I went out this way and try to turn it like this, I'm going to hit the wall on this side. So if this was longer, I would be stuck. I wouldn't want to try to hook it out this way because it's going to hit here before it clears. So we're going to flip this around entirely, and you can do this either way. You just have to flip it opposite sides on the dolly. But because this is my point that sticks out, I'm going to start this way, hook it out, and feed it through. And that's it. So when you have a chair that has an arm on it like this, obviously that other one was a perfect right angle example. This one has an arm on one side. Therefore, you're not going to be able to hook it to the same extremity as that one. But it still has a hook to it. You just have to find the right side. So we're still going to put it on its side, and I'm going to do this side because there's more surface area than the other side. If this arm came out like this, then I would put it on the other side. But it doesn't. So we have it. I'm going to adjust it so it's fully on the dolly. Now, one thing to do is if this were like this, I would advise that you try to scooch it under as much as possible. You don't want to be focusing on this getting out the door and then having your dolly hit the bottom. It's very frustrating. So, with this, same concept, we still have a right angle. It's not as much of one as the other is, but we're still gonna follow the same methods. So I'm still gonna go out with this side first this time. That one we went out with this side just because the way I had it flipped on the dolly faces different directions. So we're gonna go out with this side still. I'm still gonna push it through forward straight. I'm still gonna push this side out first, hook it to the left, and then we would feed it out the door. So day beds, super simple. They usually have a little pull out on the bottom that just rolls on the ground. That's what this guy is with these little wheels. And that's what like a secondary mattress would sit on. And this, very simple, similar to a crib as far as how they come apart. So you basically have your three sides you want to disconnect and then this platform. So you have this right here on both sides, and that'll take off this whole middle piece, and then you're left with just the U-shape. And that has these little guys. And it's just an Allen key bit. So get your Allen key, drill it, makes this drastically easier if you're using hand tools. And that's gonna come out on both sides, and it's gonna pop into 4 pieces. They're gonna be flat pieces. We're gonna stick them on the mattress bar, and it's gonna be gone just like that. I got the dresser. We're gonna come back. This will be the next trip, this, and then our last trip will be the donation and this little guy here. All right, we are all done. Kitchen is all empty. Everything's cleared out. Bedroom is done. Closet is done. Other closet is done. Bathroom is done. Like I said, I leave those in there. Pantry closet in the bathroom is done. Nice shower, by the way, fancy. And that's it. So we are loaded up. We are tarped up. I will send the photos of the aftermath to the customer in the invoice along with the previous photos. So that way they have confirmation that everything is taken care of and that we didn't just say it was done and everyone's on the same page. So that is it. Hope you guys got some knowledge out of those tips, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.